let's go buy some Nintendo Switch games, those games that I really want to add to my collection. I did actually make a video not long ago talking about some of the games I actually wanted to add to my collection this year, and you know what? I brought some of those games. So, in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about the 7 games that I brought this weekend. Sit back, relax, and let's talk about them. So I went to my local city centre, which is Derby, and Derby has a pretty good shopping centre. There's quite a few game stores there. I can count up to 3 different ones at the moment. And those 3 stores that have great games in them, some quite cheap, some brand new, some expensive. I always go there because it's probably my favourite shopping centre in this area that I live in. Yeah, I thought I'd go and check out what games are available, see if I could add any more to the collection, see if there's any deals, and I found some good ones. So I'll give you a little bit of a montage of what I found in Derby. So here we go, let's do it. So that was what I found in Derby. I hope there was some good finds there that you think I should have picked up. If there was, let me know in the comments, and maybe I might think about collecting some of those pickups for next time. The first pickup I got, which was from Smiths. In Smiths, I was able to find Crash Bandicoot: The N. Sane Trilogy. So this is a game that I've never really had much experience with. However, I have seen the hype around Crash Bandicoot, and I do know how popular Crash Bandicoot is as a character. So I thought, you know what, now's the time to get into the games. So Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy is something that I picked up purely because I want to get into the series. I've never really been into Crash Bandicoot. I thought, now's the time. Why not? Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy, perfect time. I was able to find this game for £20, which I think is a pretty good deal for 3 games. And they're remastered as well and remade to work on the Switch. So that's a good buy, I think. The next game I got at Smiths was Pokemon Legends Arceus. Finally have this. I think it's awesome. I've played a little bit of it, and do you know what? I think it's amazing. Like the open area style gameplay. This game is basically the Pokemon game that I imagined Scarlet and Violet to be. I like this game already, so Legends Arceus. I'm looking forward to playing even more of this and finishing it, because I'm a big Pokemon fan. Awesome pickup. And I got this for, I have to remind myself because I keep the receipts in my box. I got this for $39.99, which I think is a pretty good deal, because sometimes these games, especially first party Nintendo games, go for relatively around about £50 in the UK, so I think that's pretty good. My next trip was to Game, which is our version of GameStop in the UK. Game is usually a store which sell games brand new, so to find deals here is really good because these games are always brand new. It's not like CEX where you can go and buy secondhand games. A Game is where you go if you want to buy a game brand new. So these are the pickups I found. And my first pickup was Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Again, another game that I've actually played played a little bit of. This is actually really fun. It's not my favorite game on Switch, and I don't think it's better than Mario Odyssey from what I've played so far, but I do feel like it's more like Super Mario 3D World from what I've played, and which is a relatively fun Mario game. So if it's like that, I do think this will be fun as well. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I've never had much experience with Kirby. I do have a lot of the Kirby games on my Wii U, as I brought a load of them. During the Nintendo Wii U eShop shutdown, I brought a load of Kirby games. I have played some of them, like they're pretty good, they're fun, but they're not like must plays for me. However, I've heard that this is a must play, so I'm going to play more and more of this. Next game I got was a game that I have been really wanting to get, and this is one of my favorite game series ever. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, and this comes with Metal Gear Solid 1, 2 and 3. I bought this game for, let me again find out, I got this game for £44.98 for 3 games that have been remastered for Nintendo Switch. I definitely think that that's quite a good deal, especially with the fact that when this game first came out, it was about £60. Got a bit of a deal on that, a little bit cheaper. I think that's a really good bargain. The next game was the Ultimate Edition of Borderlands 3, and that is a port of Borderlands 3, which is originally a PS4 and Xbox One game. Found it in game 4. It's in this game case, and I brought this game for £21.98. So £21.98 for Borderlands 3. I think that's a pretty good deal actually there. This game when it first came out was £50, so £21.98. That is a massive, massive bargain right there. I think that's quite cheap. I've heard it's not a perfect port. Apparently it's quite slow, but I don't care. I just want to play the game. I've never played Borderlands 3. I've only played the first Borderlands game, so this is great for me to try and get through the games. As I do have Borderlands 2 on my Switch, I have it digital. I will pick up that game at some point physically. However, Borderlands 3 is already in my collection now, so £21.98, I think that's a pretty good bargain. The last shop I went to was CEX. First game I got at CEX was ARMS. I got this game for, let me find out again. I got this game for £18. That's a pretty good bargain, I think. I know that this game doesn't have much content in it. It's a 2-player game primarily. It's a fighting game where you basically punch each other with super stretchy arms and you use motion controls. I know that a lot of people rag on this for being just kind of a tech demo style game. I want it in my collection because I feel like this is the kind of game that might rise up in price one day. I feel like it might be a bit of a rare game. Some people slept on this game because it is a bit goofy, I'll be honest with you. But if you actually play it, it's quite fun. It's a good competitive 2-player game. I got ARMS for £18. I think that's a great deal. Next game I got from CEX was Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition I got for £30. Yeah, this is a remaster of the original Wii game of Xenoblade Chronicles. £30 secondhand. I think that's quite a good deal personally. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, if you're going to get that brand new, that is a £50 game in the UK still. £30, that's the cheapest I could find it anywhere. This is going up for around about £40 if you buy it brand new. £10 off, you know, it's an older game, I don't care. It's a secondhand copy, I don't care. It's in my collection now. So I've never actually played a Xenoblade game either, so I'm looking forward to playing Xenoblade. The reason I got this one first is because I want to start from the beginning. I want to start Xenoblade from the very, very start, the first Xenoblade Chronicles game. And then I'm going to go through all of them, hopefully. I might even pick up Xenoblade Chronicles X, which was a Wii U game. I really wish they'd port that game to Switch. I don't know why they haven't yet. But Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is the first place I want to start with this series. If I like it, I'll buy Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and then Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now I need to total up how much I've spent on these games. Let's do a bit of quick maths. So all of those games together totals up to a grand total of £214.94, which is relatively high price, I guess. But if you was to buy all of these games digitally, you're going to be paying loads more. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the Nintendo Switch eShop and I'm going to total up the price of these games on the eShop just to see how much money I've saved, and let's find out. Let's do that. Okay, so we're back at the Nintendo Switch eShop. Let's find out what the prices are for these games, and here we go. So the first one is Pokemon Arceus. So there it is, Pokemon Legends Arceus, $49.99. So I paid $39.99 for a physical copy of the game, and on the eShop it's $49.99. So on the eShop, ARMS is $49.99. Wow. $49.99 for ARMS on the eShop, that's really expensive. $49.99. And I got it for £18 physical, that's a bargain. Borderlands 3 Ultimate Edition, $49.99 again. And I got this game physically, £21.98. So there's a big save in there. $49.99 again for the Master Collection. Metal Gear Solid. So another $49.99. Starting to see a bit of a theme here. So Kirby and the Forgotten Land was the next one, and that again is $49.99. And then Crash Bandicoot, let's find you. Insane Trilogy, $34.99. So that's a little bit cheaper on the eShop, but I got it for £20 physically. So again, more expensive on the eShop. And then the final game I brought was Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade. And there we go again, $49.99 for Xenoblade Chronicles. So if I was to buy all these games digitally on the eShop, I would have paid a total of £334.93. That's how much I would have paid if I was to buy those games digitally. However, I went physical because I know physically, if you was to buy these games, one, you get these games forever. Okay, they don't go away. Nintendo just can't take them away from you because you have them physically. Okay, and two, I just like to have the collection. I like to be able to see the game on my shelf. I like to pick up the game, hold it, look at it, open it up. I even like putting cartridges into the Nintendo Switch. It's just something that I like better, okay? It's better than being able to just go digitally. There's something about physical media that I just love. And I know a lot of people sometimes come into my comments on my videos and say, just get them digitally, emulate the games. Like, to me, that blows my mind. I just like to have a game physically, okay? It's a thing that I do. It's media. I like seeing all of the stuff on my shelf, hence why I have a big shelf full of DVDs and games and things that I love, okay? So, how much did I save? I paid for these games physically. I spent a total of £214.94 altogether. I'm going to take away the total price of all the physical games I bought from the total price of all the games on the eShop. So £334.93. Take away £214.94. I saved a total of £119.99, and that was just from buying these games physically. That's a big saving right there. That's money there for 2 brand new games. You could buy 2 brand new games from that. I'm happy with that. That's a good savings, and that's all just from buying the games physically instead of from the eShop. Now, I'm not trying to say don't buy games from the eShop, because I've bought games from the eShop. There's a load of games out there that I've bought from the eShop. You know, I have a digital collection as well as a physical collection, and one day I will show you my digital collection. However, I do think that if you're going to buy a game, don't just buy it straight from the eShop. Shop around first. I personally think having a physical copy of a game, there's so many more benefits to that, and I just think, yeah, it's nice to have the games digitally because you can just play the game straight off the console. I just think there's so many benefits to having a physical collection that you don't get if you have a digital one. So in the comments, guys, I want to know, do you agree with that statement? Do you agree that having a physical collection is better than having a digital collection? If you don't, I would like to know in the comments why. Please do tell me, and maybe I might reconsider. I would like to know. So thank you for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. I always put a lot of effort into these videos, and I take time out of my day to go make them. So yeah, thank you very much. And if you've enjoyed this video, please do check out this video right here. This is the last video I made, and yeah, hope you enjoy it. I'll see you around. Bye.